All right, let's go into our karma cards. Just, when you think scientifically about karma, Newton's law, for every action in nature, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And that's really what we want to look at in terms of our karma. What we put out there, there's going to be a reaction. We could have good karma, we could have challenging karma, and it's gonna tell you in what suit and what number that karma can occur in. And our karma cards are, if you have a birth card and you have a planetary ruling card, the next cards you really look at are your karma cards. These are your lifetime challenge cards. You receive the low side of this card at birth. You receive the low side of the expressions of this card. They come easier to us. They're natural. Our goal is to play the high side of this over time, find a way how to fix it, find a way how to alleviate some of that karma. The challenge is that a lot of times we're not conscious about it or aware about our karma cards. And one of the first things I do if I'm meeting someone on the street is if they tell me their birthday and I know their birth card, I go straight to their karma card because this is a lifetime challenge that is with them all the time. It doesn't come and go every 52 days or on a yearly schedule. It's there the whole time. And it's one of our goals to work through in this life is to find a way to elevate ourselves to play the higher expression of the card. In terms of relationships or people, you're going to also notice that people who are your karma card, you owe them in some way. The direction of energy flow goes towards them. You give to them. You owe them something. It's almost like you're renting from them. And these people, they sit in your spot basically, or you sit in their spot, and they kind of irk you. These people might annoy you. You don't know why. There's just something about them that might kind of annoy you. But at the same time, they're here to show you and teach you how you can work through your karma. So how do you find your karma cards? So let's start with the same examples from before. Ace of Diamonds. Now, when I'm looking to find the karma card of the Ace of Diamonds, I'm in the Grand Solar Spread. All I'm looking is to see what position the Ace of Diamonds sits in. They sit in the Jupiter-Neptune spot, and that spot is the Two of Diamonds. It's all you have to do to find your challenging karma, negative karma. You could call it first karma, soul challenge, whatever you want to call it. This is your challenging karma in this lifetime as an Ace of Diamonds. And, you look at the Two of Diamonds, and Two of Diamonds excel in financial partnerships. They're good with compromise. They work together with people really well. They think in terms of we versus me, which is funny because the Ace of Diamonds has come into this life to prove themselves, and they're a single diamond. And so naturally they think about themselves, gaining their confidence, their self-needs, and there's a big challenge for them there to go from 1 to 2. It's a funny little joke almost. And, this is not to paint any negative light on any ace, but as an ace, you're there alone to learn about yourself, to prove yourself, to start and initiate something grand and huge out of nothing. And then you get this karma of the Two of Diamonds that says, no, you're going to have to learn also how to partner with people and compromise. And once you do that, you're going to excel in financial partnerships. So you might be the Ace of Diamonds that has these great ideas and does startup type of work, or, just comes up with like inventions, but you need to work together with someone else to help realize that, propel it into something even greater. All right, let's do another example. Queen of Clubs. We did that birthday in the planetary ruling. So where are they sitting at? They're sitting in Mercury, Mars. Mercury, Mars, Three of Hearts is their first karma. So you have this Queen of Clubs who is the mother of knowledge. She is teacher. She's very intuitive. She She leads in terms of intuitive knowledge for us, and they're psychic. They're in their mind. They're very mental. They're very smart. They seek perfection. And then they have this karma of the Three of Hearts that says, don't think about everything. You also have to try to understand your feelings from an emotional perspective. Feel what your heart is saying. And when your heart's indecisive, don't use your brain as much, but use your heart to line it up in one direction and use it as a compass to take that route. So, it's, again, you have the Queen of Clubs. Clubs rules the mind. Clubs rules intellectual pursuits, thoughts, teaching, writing books, speaking. And then you go from this mind-driven queen to a Three of Hearts that has to learn how to read their feelings from an emotional perspective. Again, listening to your heart. It's very hard. And the Three of Hearts anyway is a mental card because it is the number 3. Gemini rules the 3rd house, communication. It's difficult. So that is their challenge in this lifetime, to work through the negative indecisiveness of the heart and find a way to line up what they really love to do, what they really want to do, who they want to love, how they want to love, follow their heart. Another example, we have the Five of Hearts. And who sits in the Five of Hearts spot there? It's the Four of Diamonds. It's the other way around, really. The Five of Hearts sits in the Four of Diamonds spot. This is the original perfect spread. So another challenging karma. You have the Five of Hearts, which is a restless heart, always exploring. They want experiences. They want freedom. Yet their karma is to build a strong foundation, to be organized, to make choices more rooted in security, to create a safe space. And when you're doing this, you're not going out and exploring, getting all these experiences. You're kind of boxing yourself in a little bit. So this would be challenging for any 5 to go from a 5 to a 4. In this case, the Four of Diamonds is really the suit of money, values, gut instincts, physical body. So you're looking at, creating organization, a strong foundation in one of those areas, which again, for a heart that's a 5 that just wants to explore, is usually pretty dissatisfied, so it keeps looking, doesn't make great progress in endeavors. The 4 is there to help them stabilize, but it's going to be very difficult for them. And then keep in mind that meeting a Four of Diamonds also will be kind of a nuisance for them as well. They're going to be given to these people in some way, even if they're not conscious about it. I wanted to talk about the Karma Wheel of Life. You'll see this in a couple books, but this helps you. This is your challenging karma, your negative karma. It'll show you what your karma is going to be in the wheel and for each year. For example, when you're born a 2 of Spades, you're going to have the 6 of Spades karma that first year. Then the 9 of Spades. The next year, the King of Hearts. The next year, your karma is the 2 of Clubs, Ace of Spades. So on and so forth. So, if this is like 20 spots ahead, this is going to be year 20, what your karma is for that year. Now, what's interesting about that is the karma is a wheel. So it goes around in a circle. So it really is what goes around comes around, and I do believe that's where that saying came from, is that, yes, we have a karma, but someone's also giving us their karma. The King of Clubs naturally gives to the 2 of Spades. The 2 of Spades naturally gives to the 6 of Spades. 6 of Spades gives to the 9 of Spades, and so forth. Whereas the King of Hearts is giving to the 2 of Clubs. So, what you give going left to right is going to come back to you eventually. So when we think about karma, we want to think about it in terms of, for every reaction, there's a separate reaction. There's a force that produces a reaction, or think about the karma wheel. It's also a good way for you to just eyeball and see, oh, okay, this year I have, I think I have an Ace of Diamonds karma. And so next year will be 2 of diamonds. I'm pretty sure. I could look. Let me look real quick. Pull this off. Yeah, so like this year in my 2 of spades, I have an ace of diamonds karma. My birthday was just on June 2nd. So ace of diamonds, and that karma is telling me that I'm going to owe those people or give to them, but also give to that type of the energy that's involved in that card. So this is a really good year for me to start a new business. Ace of diamonds brings new business, new ways of making money, new ways of providing value. Next year, it's going to be a 2 of diamonds karma, and it's going to be focused more on financial partnerships and working with other people to make money or bring value to people. Like, I'm going to be working with an astrologer based out of the UK to show how we could integrate astrology and the cards, which will hopefully bring value to the listeners out there and to people we work with, and really show how both of these systems organize information and connect in some ways. All right.